hopefully there's at least 3 book reviews for you. That's me and Mum. Banana and cinnamon vegan cake. Anyway, I have a haul to show you. Oh look, she's got bed face. She's got bed face. But she has been properly trimmed. Discussed winter. Hello! And welcome to another weekend reading vlog from me, Johanna, meet my dog and Pix. It's Saturday morning, my mum's over. It's not a rainy day. I'm out with the dog or dogs. So we're doing an early morning walk. It's not that early for me, it's daylight. Then I'm going to go and do a park run. I haven't done it for ages. I'm not sure if I've even done it this year. Then I'm going to come back, get ready, and me and Mum are going to hit the west end of Glasgow and do some charity shopping. But meanwhile, while I'm out with the dogs, I am currently finishing the last bit of the Ballad of Snakes and Songbirds, which is the kind of origin story of Cornelius, I can never say this name, Snow, in the Hunger Games. Thanks to one of you lovely people that recommended it to me. So I'll be finishing that today and let you know what I think of it. And then I'll be starting another book. And I've also got 2 other books in the go that I want to finish this weekend. So hopefully there's at least 3 book reviews for you, if not more. And it's just nice to see the daylight on a morning walk. Can you wave, Mum? That's me and Mum. We're in the West End, we're in Partick, so we're going to be checking out charity shops, coffee. We'll stop for maybe soup or something to eat, so you need to get belated birthday cake as well, don't you? Right, so come with us. You're going to say hello? Stopping for coffee and cake. Let's take a picture later. So I've got a banana and cinnamon vegan cake, spiced oat chai latte. Mum's got billionaire shortbread and a cappuccino. Get ready to tuck in. Really is a nice one. Yeah. Come on. Get it? You want to have a look in here? Remember that? Oh. Stamps. It's like an Aladdin's cave. Ooh. Bye. I don't think I did that. Try and do that. It's Sunday morning and I've started doing it like this. This is a wet, windy, late winter run. And I'm not going to lie to you, running in this weather is not amazing, but the bath afterwards with a book will be. So it's actually after reading How to Winter that forced me out in this, which I'll speak to you about later, but I'm aware you may not be able to hear a lot of this because of the wind. So we finish my run, walk the dogs, and have a nice warm bath and a cup of tea. This afternoon before we have soup, Mum, is watching One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, aren't we? And my new DVD player.
Right.
Show them.
How did you get the DVD player?
Show them your new jumper.
Alright. I'll need to stand up, will I know?
Let's see. Oh, I've got your phone. Oh, my mum's new penguin jumper. Got from the charity shop. How much do you love penguins?
The best animal.
In the world, eh? Then we're going to watch this while I make... What am I making, Patty?
Carrot and lentil soup.
Carrot and lentil soup. Yes. God, it's been a while since I've watched this.
I can't remember what it's about.
So whilst Mum is just starting to watch One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, honestly, she's hilarious when watching films. She's like, he's acting that, isn't he? He's acting like he's about to get into that mental institution. I'm like, when was the last time you saw it? Also, these are my new varifocals. Get 2 for 1 at Specsavers. So they were waiting to see if I adjusted okay to the varies and then made up the other ones. Anyway, I have a haul to show you. Oh. There is a book involved. So, the one book I bought, got this for £1 from Shelter. Now, one of you lovely folks mentioned this author to me and I've never heard of them or read them, and I've just started listening to the one you recommended, which is the Birdman on audio. I got it from Libby. I'd had it on reserve and it came through, so I'm listening to it and geez, oh, it is dark. And then this is the first time I've ever seen this author in the charity shop. It's Mo Hayder, and this one's called Ritual, and I think they like their books, or certainly this one and the one I'm reading is the Jack Caffrey series. So Jack Caffrey is a detective. It's set in the UK. It's giving me Karen Slaughter vibes. And I've no idea. Well, actually, look, Hayder has a profound ability to shock and surprise her readers, says Karen Slaughter. So I don't know if you need to read these in order. What I do like is look at the space and the big chunky writing. I'm liking this even though it's a biggie. Anyway, this one's called Ritual, and it says 9 feet underwater in Bristol Harbour, a police diver finds a human hand. The fact that there's no body attached is disturbing, but even more disturbing is the discovery a day later of a matching hand and the shocking evidence that the victim was still alive when they were removed. Recently arrived from London, DI Jack Caffrey is now part of Bristol's major crime investigation unit. His search for the victim leads him to a dark and sinister underworld. So I think that's the gist. It's like, it's kind of reminded me of Chris Carter's books, which are The Robber Hunter. crime thriller series. So anyway, what's the likelihood? I've never seen this author ever before, never heard of him until you lovely people in the comments mentioned it. So that was the book. Then in the same shop, I think it was, I'll get this lovely t-shirt. Hoping for, what was this? This was the grand old price of £1.99. Then I got, like, if you can see, okay, it's kind of fleecy trousers for £2.99. And I thought these would be great, like, lounging about at home. F&F, what's that? Tesco? Like our jammy bottoms. I'm all about the cosy. And then I also got another pair of jammy bottoms, which I thought is more summer vibes, so it's kind of like, is it cotton you would call it? I don't know. Anyway, these are a wee bit, I mean, I could probably wear these outside, couldn't I? Given the colour of my trousers. Then, wait till you see this. Now, this is one of the reasons I want to learn how to crochet, because I want to be able to make one of these. Look at this. It was a crochet blanket. How delightful is that? I've washed it. It's so lovely. This was like £3.50. The wool alone would have cost whoever made this. I want to be able to make something like this, but I'm waiting for my friend to teach me how to like crochet, because I don't know how to do it. And it looks hard, and I can't knit. I hate knitting. I've tried it. How cozy is this? Actually, I'm going to go and give this to my mum for a lap. Then I also, so I've given my mum, she's got it over the lap. Then another place I highly recommend, another place. Charity shops are a place I highly recommend getting bedding. This is, I'll show you the pillowcase because it'll be easier. But how beautiful is this? So this is a double. This is a pillowcase. It's got that at one side. Oh. And that on the other. It's like nice spring vibes, isn't it? Nice spring vibes. So that'll be going on the bed soon. I think it's still, we're still in late winter. So maybe put another cosy. This is a bed and it's on just now. It's my fleecy little ghost. But it really needs washed. And then last but not least, this was my most expensive purchase. It was £8.99, which is pricey for a charity shop, but apparently it's new. I don't actually know what the brand is. It doesn't say. British Red Cross, so I can't look at that. It's a little lilac cardigan. Look. It's so cozy. Like it is as feely as it looks. And I thought that'll be great for when we get into spring, when it can, you know, like March, April, when it can still be, you can maybe wear a t-shirt underneath it, and then that nice colour plus. So that is what I got. Oh, and some DVDs. I'll show you them later because I hid them away from the other half. Anyway, I'll go down, finish making the soup, keep my mum company, and get the washing on. Excuse the mess in my bedroom. It is what it is. It's Monday morning. It's actually, I've been reading for a wee bit. The witch and the pups are upstairs, and what happened yesterday. Took Mum home after we watched a movie. I put One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest on for her and she got bored after 10 minutes. So I put an oldie charade with Audrey Hepburn and Cary Grant. Made soup. We had that, and then I took her home. Then I came home and did chores. Then I was at Lauren and the Book's online Patreon book club, where we discussed Winter by Kari Leibowitz, PhD. So this is non-fiction, kind of self-helpish. I spoke to you about this before, and actually I would say there's another book called Wintering. I can't remember the author, but it in me. I'll put this in. And I would say if you're going to pick one of the books, I'd probably say that one over this one. like it edges it for me. But in this one, I would say, so there was quite mixed views of it. However, I really enjoyed this. I thought it was good bite-sized tips. A few people thought there was bits that were repetitive, but there was definitely stuff I could take for this. Not like, winter isn't a time of year I struggle with generally, apart from when we're getting more sort of grey, wet, stormy, just for the change in climate. That can be a challenge, but there was definitely tips in here on how to change your mindset, prepare for winter, embrace winter as much as you can, learning from other cultures. So there was loads of tips in here, and there was obviously talking about the Scandinavian cultures and Scandinavian countries where, yeah, fair enough, that like their infrastructure is totally prepared. They have, like, Norway has heating under the pavement, so like they don't have issues walking on ice and rain like snow. The UK isn't like that. Scotland isn't even like that. But there was references to like the Western Isles of Scotland, which I found helpful because that can get, so the Outer Hebrides can get really battered with strong winds and exposed, but they kind of, that's their life, and that's where half my family are from, the Outer Hebrides in the west, so like the Isle of Lewis. And there were some good tips in there. And actually a season that I struggle most with is summer when it's hot. I'm not very good in the heat, so there was tips in here that I thought I could use to help prepare. And some of the key ones were like the language we use to talk about weather or seasons. And so rather than whether it's summer or winter and you're like just about to dread like 3 months of a season and wishing it away, it's about like, how can you brace it? How can you do things that, like in this instance, cozy hobbies, embracing the slowing down, the dark nights, which a lot of people can struggle by using candles and twinkle lights, and learning from other cultures. So like in the summer, I'll probably like, in the portioning, sorry, a season into like 3 parts, which was quite good. So it's like early, mid, late winter, or early, mid, late summer, which I could do, and preparing yourself for that. But also, for example, like yesterday when I went on a run, the weather was wet and wild, right? But our default is to saying, oh, it's horrendous outside. And my mum was like, oh, it's horrific outside, can't believe you're going out in that. And I'm like, that instantly just tells you, and it's telling your mind that it's horrible. So I need to get, and like that is just general chat, like you get that in the workplace. So I'm going to try and change my mindset. So yesterday, rather than saying it was horrible, I just said it was wet and windy. And so I'm not putting a feeling on the weather. Like the worst weather element for me is wind, right? Add wind to any weather element, doesn't make it great, but wind does help pass whatever good and not good, sorry, any type of weather element through, and then you get another one. Don't tell them what the wind did to my fence outside, but anyway, so it's about change. So I found loads of tips in, like I think this was easily 4 out of 5 stars for me. But in Lauren the book club, there was literally people DNF'd it, gave it 1, 2, up to 5 stars. So, but I did like that at the end of each chapter, so there is bits in this that are about appreciating winter, making it special. Like no matter where you are, you don't have to have the stereotypical winter that people think. That is no longer the case. Even in like Scandinavian snowy countries, they're not getting snow for as long. Climate is changing, and so it even talks about winter in the likes of California and all other places. So it's not all about here's how, or you know, how to have winter if you live in the Antarctic. So appreciate winter. What you see is what you get. Use your words, make it special. So nights, lights and rights, and then get outside, clearing the way, and then protecting winter. I really enjoyed it, so I would recommend it. And then this morning, so I have got this one I'll talk to you about because I'm percolating my thoughts. I have to post a review for this on my Instagram on the 25th of February, so this will have been posted on my Instagram. It's a tiny little, it's dead unusual, so many topics in it. I need to percolate, so I'll come back to you. And then thanks to the lovely YouTube pal who told me when I got excited about Hunger Games 0.5, and I can't even remember the name of it, coming out in March, which is Hey Mitch's Story. Somehow I'd been off the planet and not realised that there was already a kind of origin story of, I can never say his name, Coriolanus Snow, just Mr. Snow. And so this is his effectively origin story. I really enjoyed it. Snow, as we know in the Hunger Games, is not a good guy. This story tells you the why. And actually, I really enjoy it. I want to watch the movie now, and so I've got this to add to my list, and then I want to read the next one, but because all my Hunger Game books are like, oh, I hate it when they bring out, like, all my other, I'll show you. Like, I get getting special editions, bringing out special editions, yada yada, right? But gonna, like, does this annoy anyone else? Look at it. Doesn't, can you just bring out an edition, and then people can buy the bring out special editions too? But this is just, there's nothing I can do. But obviously for the new one, I now need to wait till it's out in paperback because I'm not having a hardback in the mix. It just doesn't work. But I will read it, probably on audio. I listened to this one on audio and I really enjoyed it. This is, ambition will fuel him, competition will drive him, but power has its price. So I really enjoyed that. It was nice going, and do you know what? Because I've got the DVD, or as David likes to call it, are you watching one of your digital video discs? Because he likes to reiterate how vintage is. Anyway, I'm going to keep my eyes peeled on like Vintage and the charity shops for the movies, because like I've watched these, obviously there's 2 of these. I didn't realise this was a movie, so I can watch that on streaming, and then I suspect the new one will be a movie, so any Hunger Games fans in here, let me know in the comments. And now I'm sitting, I started this on my holiday, but I had to put it aside because I had some books to read for book group and a book tour, so I had to put this aside, not because I wasn't enjoying it. This is the latest book, finished, looks like this, The Unworthy by Augustina Baztericca, one of my favourite horror writers. It comes out on the 13th of March, I think. Holy horror. It's weird as, and I am loving it. Only 50 pages in, but it's like pretty short generally. It's not even 200 pages. Those are the other ones from the author, which I highly recommend if you love horror. It's not for the faint-hearted. It's weird and wonderful, and like Pushkin Press kindly gave me that because they gave me her proof of this one, which is a short story collection. This is one of my favourite horrors of all. Tender as the Fled. Cannibalism though, so it's not for everyone, and I'm really enjoying this, so hoping to finish it. Well, I'll finish it this week because this is my one. And oh, I told you about Birdman, didn't I? I'm about halfway through Birdman by Mo Hayder. Wow, this is twisty and dark. I'm really enjoying it. It's actually a good audiobook. Managed to get it on my Libby app from the library. Yes, thank you for the recommendation for that. Never heard of this author before until they were mentioned in my comments, and then I asked where should I start, and this was the one that was recommended. So it's making my dog walks in the rain more enjoyable, although it is a sunny day today. So today bit of reading. I'm gonna go for a run because, you know, I ran in the wild wind and rain yesterday, so I'll go for a run in the nice sunshine. The pups have the groomer. I think it's time for wild patty cakes to get proper trimmed. She's out, her hair's out of control. Lucy will look the same, but she'll have been properly groomed and they'll both smell amazing. Then I'll take you to my other library because I've got possibly 2 books to pick up. One is short long listed for the Women's Prize for Non-Fiction, so I requested that and that's in to pick up. I'll go there after I've taken Patty to the vet. This is her 3rd vet visit because she's had a crackle in her lungs, so she's had 2 rounds of antibiotics and have had to up her kind of steroids that she gets for a wee cough that nobody really knows what it is, but it's nothing mega serious and it's manageable. This is all in addition to her leaky heart valve, but that's been monitored and she's fine. She's fine, so she's fine within herself. So yes, that's most of what I'll be doing. And I'm going to be recording the video that come out before this one, which is going to be very genre specific, so it might not be for everyone, but I'm going to give it a go. I've decided I'm going to try and do 50+ horror book recommendations. So I'll see if I can get that recorded today and edited tomorrow for Wednesday. You'll know already by the time you see this. And I would say check it out. Like, if horror's not your genre, there might be one in there. There's definitely cozy horror on the list. And then I will say the type of horror, if it's psychological or body or things like that. Anyway, if horror's not your thing, you don't need to watch it. It's all fine. But it's one of my favourite genres, so I couldn't not do it. So I'll do that today. And as always, you're coming along with me. So the kids have been to the groomers. Lucy's smelling delightful. Look at your wee teary eyes. She's also bagsy the crochet blanket. And Patty is here, and I'll need to tell you how Patty's getting on. I've disturbed her cosy vibes. Oh, she's got bed face. She's got bed face. But she has been properly trimmed. She's not as fuzzy. They smell amazing. They smell of baby powder. So they do. Oh, Lucy's getting jealous. You watch this. No grumbles. No grumbles. Oh, they liked it. Oh, my daffies are in the way. So, one of you lovely people commented on last weekend's reading vlog, whilst I was still filming this one, to say, never showed me the tops you got in the charity shop last weekend. So this is one of them. So it's quite nice to be stripy number. It's kind of not a very long one. And then I got this purple one. Look, it's quite soft and it's a nice wee v-neck that I can wear underneath like my dungarees or with colourful trousers. As you know me, if you don't, I have lots of colourful trousers. And then this is a lovely, which I may have worn, a lovely polo neck green. It's a wee bit longer, as you'll see. So it's nice. These are the kind of jumpers that can do you right into spring, because spring in Scotland can still be as a bit cold as winter. And so I have 2 more books to tell you about, and then we're wrapping up for the weekend. The first one is one I finished yesterday, called Hope You're Satisfied by Tania Malik. I requested this to be part of a book tour, which I'm posting my review tomorrow. I'll need to write that tonight. And it was really weird. Not weird, but it's just quite an unusual book, unique concept. So it's described as The White Lotus meets Below Deck in an astute social satire exploring privilege, immigration and gender and a touch of espionage. So it's set in the 1990, or it starts then, in Dubai, around about the time where the Iraq War has just started. So, you know, not too far away, we have Saddam Hussein embarking on war with the US. So that's going on. And then we have our main character, Ria, who works for Discover Arabia as a part of a tour guide company, who probably take rich people on tours. But as the war continues, like as the war starts, there's lots of kind of rich people or Europeans starting to not come across, and so they're trying to, you know, deal with very rich people. And then there's this guy, is it Cecil or I can't remember the character's name, but basically there's like CIA people in there because there's this guy that Rhea gets asked by her boss to, you know, pick up a bag and move it to over here during the, like, in the airport, whatever. It all sounds a bit sus, if I'm honest. And so you have a whole plethora of stuff happening in this teeny tiny book. It was interesting. There was like, it's actually quite a good way to describe it, a mousetrap of a plot that keeps the pages turning. It was I enjoyed it. I didn't love it. It was very different. If you like the idea of the topics, I mean, because Rhea comes from India, so she's not born and raised in Dubai, so she's over there trying to make money to send back to her family. It's one of the few ways where, you know, she can get out of her world of poverty that she was in. And then most of the other people that she's working with are all immigrants in some shape or form into Dubai, and so you see how they're being treated or not. Really interesting, like, premise, quite unique to anything I've read, and I thought it was okay. I liked unique voice and a different perspective. Then I picked up, as you might have seen just before this, a book I'd reserved from the library because it was on. I watched Lauren in the Books do her reaction video to the Women's Prize for I'll link it below, the Women's Prize for Fiction the Women's Prize for Non-Fiction long list, and this was on it. It was one of the, to be honest, there was lots of them I didn't think sounded that interesting to me personally, but this one did, and it's called The Peepshow, The Murders at 10 Rillington Place. And obviously the Scottish crime writer Val McDermid's blurred it saying shatters our preconceptions of a classic crime. So this is about the, now what is the well-known, well, I'll read a wee bit. It says, London, 1953. Police discover the bodies of 3 young women hidden in the wall of 10 Rillington Place, a dingy terrace house in Notting Hill. On searching the building, they find another body beneath the floorboards and then an array of human bones in the garden. But they've already investigated a double murder at 10 Rillington Place 3 years ago, and the killer was hanged. Did they get the wrong man? So a nationwide manhunt, softly spoken police... A nationwide manhunt is launched for the tenant of the ground floor flat, a softly spoken former policeman named Reg Christie. Star reporter Harry Proctor chases after the scoop. Celebrated crime writer Fry Tennyson Jesse begs to be assigned to the case. The story becomes an instant sensation, and with the relentless rise of the tabloid press, the public watches on like never before. Who is Christie? And why did he choose to kill women and keep their bodies near him? As Harry and Fry start to learn the full horror of what went on, they realise that Christie might have also engineered a terrible miscarriage of justice in plain sight. What? I don't even think I knew of the crime, but does this mean that the man that was in this riveting true story, Kate Summerscale, mines the archives to uncover the lives of Christie's victims, the tabloid frenzy that their deaths inspired, and the truth about what happened inside the house. What she finds sheds fascinating light on the origins of our fixation with true crime and suggests a new solution to one of the most notorious cases of the 20th century. Oh, I mean, it gets lots of blurbs. A masterclass in true crime storytelling. Queen of true crime. Oh, the revisioning of a dark London nightmare has the rigour and complexities of the best novels. This sounds so good. I don't actually know when it came out. Well, definitely 2024 because, well, she's written other books, but I don't know if they're non-fiction too. I'll need to have a wee look. Came out in 2024. Oh, this is going to be, it's going to give me the chills. I do love true crime. It's even got a map. So, I don't know if you've seen the long list. Let me know in the comments. Is there any in the non-fiction long list that you're into, or is just non-fiction really your genre? I dip in and out. It's not my main, type of reading, as you'll sometimes see if you've watched any of my wrap-ups. It's normally about 90% fiction. But I'm very intrigued with this, and it was one of the few ones that piqued my interest. So that was the last. So I did finish a couple of books, as you know. I'm 70% through Birdman by Mo Hayder. I am really liking it. It is a wee bit long. I feel bad saying that, but I do find that with some of the Karen Slaughter books, and I love the writing and I love the storytelling. I'm just thinking, like, and I even say this about Stephen King, apart from like maybe The Stand and a few others, unless you're writing fantasy where you're world building, I don't think books need to be this long. But that's just grumpy old me thoughts. Anywho's, I'm really enjoying it. It's pretty dark, so I'll give you my thoughts on that either in my next weekend dream vlog or February wrap up, which will be coming soon. And next weekend you will find me having a cozy Saturday, but then on the Sunday I am having a bookish day out with friends in Glasgow, so you're coming along with me. So I hope you get time to watch. But for now, and as always, thank you for watching, for liking, for commenting. If you don't already, please do subscribe. I would love you too, and I appreciate every subscribe, like and comment, and for spending your time with me. If you've got any ideas of future videos you would like to see, let me know in the comments. And if you don't know what to say, give me a sunshine emoji, because I feel like the daylight is coming and it's hanging about for longer. Until next time, I will see you soon. Bye!